What's going on, everybody? It's your pal Burrito Johnson coming at you with kind of just another video about movie collecting and the frustrations. And basically, I'm here to vent. That's all I'm gonna. This channel is just me venting about being a movie collector because there is a lot to vent about. But at the end of the day, anything that you're passionate about is going to have ups and downs, unfortunately. But this time, I'm actually conflicted about stuff. I'm conflicted about movie collecting. I'm also conflicted that when you amass a lot of movies, it's gonna suck when you have to move. As you can see in the background, things are. It looks like a bomb. I don't even want to move the camera around. It looks like a bomb went off. That's because I'm moving. There's boxes I've collected, essentially the my most valuable stuff, like Al Adamson, Gamera, Arrow stuff. That is, I securely packed them, and I'm gonna move them personally. We first time using movers. I don't trust those sons of bitches with my rare movies. They don't know what it is. They're just gonna grab the box and throw it. They don't know how how much we value our limited edition movies that are not available until they release the 4K version. So I mean, these guys don't know. So theoretically, I'm moving into a bigger place. I don't want to. I don't want all that. See in the back. I don't even when it's organized. It's just I don't want all that. So I'm downsizing. So that's gonna. So basically, downsizing is already tough for me because I have to get rid of stuff I don't want to get rid of. Also, I've been already kind of doing that. I've slowed down from buying a shit ton of movies every week to maybe one or two every week, every other week. From about 2020 to about 2022, summer 2022, I was buying stacks like crazy. 100, 200, $300 easily on just stacks of movies that were like basically like, oh, I better buy it now because it's going to sell out. Oh, I better buy it now. It's going to, oh God, I'm not going to get FOMO. I got FOMO, essentially. While I was going through my movies to pack and put in, all that stuff, decide what I'm getting rid of, about 80% I A haven't even watched. B, I'm like, why did I even buy this movie when A, it's still easily available. Like I'm like, oh God, it's gonna. Or I bought this because of a slip cover. It's crazy to just look back, and I'm in a bunch of movie groups that people will determine, oh, I'm not going to buy the movie because it doesn't come with a slip cover. Also, I got a shit ton of Blu-rays that I bought that they went out of print for only them to come back as 4Ks, special edition, the exact same edition, except the disc is 4K instead of Blu-ray. So I'm dealing with that shit right now. Like, I'm angry. Arrow, I'm looking at you, Arrow, and Criterion. I used to be a Criterion defender. It's like, no, Criterion's the best. But all they're doing right now is basically releasing Blu-rays that I have a ton of Blu-rays that they're releasing in 4K now. If it's not Criterion, it's Kino Lorber. Like, Kino Lorber's doing the Lord's work, man. They're releasing. I just picked up like the 3 movies I got last Tuesday throughout the whole week. Has been Rebel Without a Cause, Serpico, and 12 Angry Men. 4K. 12 Angry Men looks fantastic, by the way. Never looks better. Criterion did do a great job with the Blu-ray release, so got to give them a shout out too. I'm not going to just shit on everybody. But if you have a 4K TV with Dolby Vision, 12 Angry Men, and black and white pops, man, especially if it's OLED. Yeah, so I'm going through my stuff and I'm like, I'm going to have to sell this shit. I'm literally going to have to just trade it in and then buy other stuff. That's basically what I've been doing. I haven't really had to spend my actual money on a movie in about 6 months because I just been repurposing some of the movies that I don't want or haven't watched or not going to watch. I just take them into my mom and pop record shop. They give me store credit, and then when a new movie comes out, like 12 Angry Men, Serpico, and Rebel Without a Cause, all bought with store credit. Didn't spend out of pocket at all. So that's basically my model, my rule right now is that unless unless I can't buy store credit with it, I'm not going to get it unless it's a special edition import that I know for a fact that they're not going to sell my mom and pop shop unless somebody like myself trades this in. So that's the only way this is going to become available. I also made it a rule not to buy any more Blu-rays, knowing that these guys are going to come out in 4K eventually. RoboCop, American Werewolf in London, Waterworld, all special edition Blu-rays that Arrow have those released, those type, all coming out in 4K. People spent hundreds of dollars. I know that for a fact. Somebody in one of the movie group dropped $100 for Waterworld and Blu-ray, the rigid box and all that stuff. They're like, it's the best it's gonna get, all that stuff. June 1st, Waterworld is coming out in 4K with the rigid box, everything that the Blu-ray came with. Instead of a Blu-ray disc, you're getting a 4K disc. What does that say to the person who dropped $100 to the Blu-ray? I honestly think that Arrow should have a upgrade program. Show proof that you have the Blu-ray, and we'll send you the 4K. We're not asking for free. Send it to us for free. Send it for the discount price, $10, $15. Send us a disc. Don't even send anything. Just send us the whatever. That's all we're asking. But no, we have to drop another $40, $30, $50 on this thing just to go from Blu-ray to 4K. That's kind of stupid. And that's kind of a slap F you to your customers. So I mean, I'm mad. I guess I'm just mad. I guess been screwed over. The only thing that I bought on Blu-ray was the Rob Zombie's. I just did a thumbnail. Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses, because I like the rigid box and stuff like that. I know there's a steelbook version, but this one looks. This movie looks amazing on Blu-ray. Even if they announce a 4K version, I'm keeping the Blu-ray. I love a House of a Thousand Corpses. I think it was the first time I saw it in 20 years. It's been a long time. Never been really big fan of Rob Zombie, but I'm starting to come around. I know for a fact that I got this, but it was really cheap. The Mist. The only reason I got this was the black and white version. I'm pretty sure it was like $5, but I'm pretty sure there is a 4K around the corner, of this. So moving all this it sucks. Moving all this is horrible because you're stressed. Moving is stressful as it is. You're I got to pack everything. What I need to get rid of. But you amass a big old collection to basically put it in boxes and move it to another location. Hopefully you don't break anything. I have an OLED TV mounted that I know I'm scared to death that when it gets moved, it's so thin that it's gonna break. Thankfully for that 5-year warranty, bruh. Protects anything. Get that. Don't be dumb. Get the warranty. Best Buy, I think, is the best one for TVs. My girlfriend's TV after a move had dead pixel. Best Buy came out, replaced it, took it, blah, blah, blah. Sent a couple dudes, grabbed it, gave us the new one. Easiest thing ever. I got my OLED at Costco because it was cheap, and they were the only place that were offering 5 years for included with the price. So I haven't dealt with Costco yet, so we'll see how it goes. I'll give you an update if the TV survives the move and all that, and when it's mounted. So yeah, I guess it's changed, man. Physical media has changed. Listen, it's better than ever. It's like thriving. It's bigger. Everything's being re-released. 4K everything. 4K this, man. So it sucks because a lot of us jumped on it when it was Blu-ray and it was the best it was going to get. We didn't know. I wish these guys, and I get it, it's business. I get it. These guys are going to be like, hey, we're going to drop this in Blu-ray, but in about 2, maybe 3 years, we're going to do a 4K. Just like Mallrats. Mallrats, the Arrow release, looks great package and everything. 4K is coming in June. Now I have a Blu-ray version of Mallrats that it's going to be sitting there, and I'm going to be like, do I sell it? Do I trade it in? They're just going to give me $10 the most, all that stuff. So, I mean, what do? It's not cheap. It's not cheap to be a collector. It's not cheap to support what you're passionate about, especially movie collections, physical media. So I don't know, man. I'm conflicted. Part of me kind of wants to stop, but part of me knows that I can't stop, which is fucking it sucks. Especially not, and I know that I could just take some of the stuff that I don't need, which is a lot, take them into my record shop, get store credit, and then just keep buying it that way. That's basically the way I'm seeing it. If I don't have to drop money on movies out of my own pocket, then I'm not gonna do it. I store credit is my currency now that I have amassed. I still have a bunch of store credit and Zia Records, which I love. This was from Record Day. They are good people. You go in with your shirt, you get 10% off, and every time you buy, you get points. Every time you sell movies to them, you get points. And let's say you get 30 points, and a movie is $30, that gets cut in half. So it's they're making it easy for you to just keep doing what you're doing, and especially for me, it's easy for me to go and collect movies that I want. Listen, it's funny because all these out of print Blu-ray movies with slips and all that stuff is starting to show up at these mom and pop record shops because the 4K versions are coming out. Bubba Hotep, impossible to find out in the wild with a slipcover on the Shout Factory's Blu-ray version, which I really love that cover. Now I went there the other day, $15 I could get Bubba Hotep on Blu-ray with that awesome slipcover for $15. Before it was like $80 to $100, and people paid it. There was a bid going on with some of these Shout Factory Blu-rays with the slip. There was bids, and people were paying hundreds of dollars, only for about 3 to 6 months later to announce that version on 4K. It sucks. That must suck, man. Having dropped over $100 on a movie to know that a superior version is coming out, only to find out, is it going to look different? Is the slipcover going to look different? Like Bubba Hotep on 4K, if you just get the normal edition without ordering it directly from Shout Factory, it's going to just be the standard edition. But if you get like the collector's edition, it's going to have a different cover, sure. But it's wild out there, man. Everybody's releasing. Like, there's 2 freaking different versions. You know, there was like 3 different versions of 4K, the 4K versions of this, man. Like Turbine released it for Germany, I think. And then the American release was from a different company. And then now Second Sight, which I will always buy something from Second Sight because they release quality stuff. I mean, look at that. You get a book, the content and all this stuff. You get postcards and stuff like that. It's crazy. Also, Orbit DVD. Orbit, I will drop their name left and right. Orbit DVD. If you don't want to import directly from these guys, which you have to pay a conversion fee, and then it takes I don't know. You don't want to deal with that. Orbit DVD will do it for you, and you just order from them. American, North Carolina, South Carolina. I forgot where they're from. Gets to you in 2 days. It's crazy fast. Anyways, I'm gonna end this tangent. And moving sucks. I'm moving into a bigger place. Hopefully, I could get this sorted. It looked like bomb just went off, and I could give you an update on how everything is. I have on this side off camera is my Kino Lorber collection, which I think is growing more and more because Kino Lorber is just awesome. They're dropping 4Ks of every movie. 12 Angry Men, for example. Up there, I got other stuff, mostly my Second Sight stuff. Horror section, Buffy, Angel, but it sucks. So if you're going to if you're going to start collecting, think about that. You're going to eventually move, and it's going to suck to do all that. It's going to suck to collect. It's going to suck to collect and then have to move. I don't know. Maybe I just need a break. I don't know. Collecting was fun, but when you look at your collection after 3.5 years of nonstop collecting, you kind of just ask yourself, why? Why did I buy this? I bought this because it was going to sell out. And then you know what stings the most is when you bought something for a pretty good penny, especially right when it was about to sell out, and it sucks. Let's face it. Most of these movies suck, man. They're taking bad movies, restoring it, putting it into 4K and all that stuff. You know, looking at Vinegar Syndrome, looking at all these other, you know, boutique labels. Most of these are trash movies, man. But I think that's the beauty about collecting. You know, everybody has a different taste, a look at all these movies, and you know, I don't know. Maybe my mind will change when I move to a new apartment or something like that. Have a bigger room, more room to breathe. But yeah, excuse the mess. That's been my tangent. Didn't make any sense. I didn't plan it. I do apologize if I'm all over the place, but this is just coming from an angry, I wouldn't say angry, maybe a frustrated movie collector that's just kind of seen how, you know, how they treat somebody who jumps on it right away, and then something else better is released of the same movie, and we're kind of forgotten. So we're kind of just kind of left and be like, well, you got to double dip, got to spend some more money on the exact same edition that you have for a better picture. I don't plan on upgrading RoboCop, American Werewolf in London, or Waterworld. Nah, I'm good. Until then, sorry guys. I know this hasn't made any sense. That's just me kind of venting. If you had, please let me know what you think at the bottom. It's okay to disagree. It's fine. Maybe I'm just going through a phase. But yeah, until next time, guys, keep watching movies. That's all we could do.